From the studios of Mud Advertising in Cedar Falls, Iowa, this is Mud TV. Today, did you know Mud owns its own sign company? It's to your advantage, and our printing pros are here to tell you why.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Gary Kroger, your host here at Mud TV. And I like to talk a lot about the advantages of Mud Advertising. One of the greatest advantages of this company is we've got this giant building, but everything is essentially under one roof. From soup to nuts, anything about your marketing and your advertising can be strategized, designed, and executed right here. One of the really unique things that we have is our own sign company, and it's called Mud Signs. I'm here with the manager, or we could call him president of Mud Signs. Everybody wants to be a president these days, apparently, or maybe they don't. But anyway, you are the president of Mud Signs, Mr. Brad Penrith. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
This is my world. That's your world over
Yes.
there. This one's mine. Brad, how did you come about this relationship with Mud Advertising?
I live next door to Chris Mudd.
That helps.
That does help. And when my career was ended at the University of Northern Iowa, I was a head wrestling coach there for 10 years. And I was involved with wrestling for 20 plus years as a coach or an athlete. Chris approached me, and that's how things just snowballed.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about you, because in just a second we're going to get down to Mud Signs and what makes Mud Signs so unique. But you're a wrestler. I happen to know a lot about wrestling, and well, not that I was a wrestler, but I've worked with Dan Gable, and you know, many of the people in your world, I know a little thing or two about wrestling. There is a commitment and a focus. Were you able to give what you learned from wrestling to Mud Signs to make it as successful as it is right now?
Oh, I believe so. I mean, growing up, it was all about hard work, work ethic, the lessons you learn in that sport,
right,
transcend right over to, coming in and taking over and running that department.
Well, I know for a fact you run it well and you run it hard. You guys work a lot over there. Well, let's talk about the work. What is unique about Mud Signs?
Well, being connected to an advertising company, we can tie all of our POP and all of our digital designs right into their mailer or into their email. So we just help with their sale.
Mm-hmm. Now, what all do you have back there? There are some people that probably know some specifics about the printing industry. In fact, I know there are some people out there. Brag about what you have.
We have two HP 9000s, large format printers. They're
digital, right?
Digital, yeah, all digital, all computerized. Then we just purchased two of the new HP L225s, and they're eco-friendly.
And that's important these days, isn't it?
It sure is, because a lot of people want the eco-friendly. They want the ink solvent that's 90% water. It's UV protective. So, and those are great machines.
Well, now, okay, so what happens exactly? Do you have in-house designers? Does a client give you the design? I mean, I know the answer to this, but I want to hear you say it. Do we work together? Do you enhance a program where we have direct mail and you do the signage for it? What exactly do you have?
It goes hand in hand with each department. If we have a construction reduction sale, they sell a big mailer, we'll provide the POP package to match what their mailer will look like. Mm-hmm. We may even put the logo, personalize the POP package, the banners, the posters, the car tags, and we ship them directly to the door of the dealer.
And you do have an in-house design team as well, right?
Yeah, I've got a great designer. Charlie, he does a great job. He designs and matches basically any POP package or any sale there could possibly be, he could match it.
Now, are you exclusive to Mud Automotive Advertising, or do you go outside and do some things?
Well, we do go outside. We do a lot of retail stuff in the community, in the Cedar Valley here, but majority of our stuff is automotive.
Well, let me ask you this though. What's on the spectrum of the things that you do? I know you do POP. I know you do the greatest banners I've ever seen. I've seen wraps on vehicles. What all can you guys do? Everything?
We can do anything to do with advertising, print-wise, except we don't do the big LED lights. We don't do the big signage that you would see outside a marquee or something like that. But besides that, we actually do graphics for them. Lexan and translucent vinyls, but we stay away from the big LED lights.
Do you think it's a great advantage being right here in the Midwest in terms of materials and what have you?
Well, it's the great thing about being located in the Midwest, we get our shipments out fast.
Right.
And, you know, so it's not going from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast. I mean, it's funny because we ship everywhere. We ship to Guam, we ship to California, Alaska, Hawaii. So
we have clients in Guam? I didn't even know this.
Chrysler, you know, when we were doing the Chrysler deal. You know, we were nationally campaigned we did all Chrysler's POP for a whole year last year.
And I know what the answer is going to be to this, but where do you rank the quality of your materials, the quality of your work in the world of signage?
I would put it right up there, very, very high.
It is, and I'll tell you this, our customers give you that compliment all the time.
Well, we appreciate it.
If anybody wants to talk to Brad, ask him some questions, ask Mud at mud.com. You can do it right now. I'll hear it in my ear here. Or after the show, if you think of something you'd like to know about mud signs, ask Mud at mud.com. We'll direct you directly to Brad. You can also put it in order. I mean, if you're out there and you happen to be with, you know, you'll do it all, right?
We do it all, balloons, everything.
Balloons as well?
We do flags, we do balloons, we do everything.
You put logos on football helmets too, haven't you?
Yeah, we did the whole Cedar Valley here. We did their whole youth sports program.
Well, I'm sure you have a lot of questions, and again, if you're in the sign business and you know a thing or two, there's some specific questions that Brad could answer for you. This is the part of the show that I know that you're really excited because I know you're a frequent viewer of Mud TV. I'm sure that on the TVs there at Mud Signs, Mud TV always plays, doesn't it? Of course it does, Brad. And this is the part of the show that I know you're very excited about. It's called Mud Flaps. There, see, there's my sign, Mud Flap. I don't even know what today's mud flap is going to be, but we like to look into the history and the fun things about cars, automotive advertising, and just get a little interest going here. Let's see what we have here in mud flap. Now recently, it says here, the original Batmobile from the 1960s Batman. Are you old enough to remember that? Pow, wham? Yeah, I do. Sold for $4.2 million. That's a little chunk of change.
Million.
The vehicle's owner had originally turned a 1955 Lincoln, that's what that is, Futura concept car into the crime-fighting machine. George Barris revamped it, purchased the automobile for $1 in 1965, and pumped more than $15,000 into the remodel. But they're saying that's the value, and it probably is because it goes. I've seen it. Goes to malls, goes to events and circuses and things like that. You'd make some money off this thing if you want to make the investment.
We'd love to wrap it.
You'd love to wrap it. Well, let's take a look at another vehicle that may have a little bit fallen by the wayside, the Delorean. Lego is bringing it back with a special toy set featuring the car and main characters from the film Back to the Future. This is kind of fun because a portion of all the sales will be donated to the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's research, and this will be available sometime mid this year. Would you like to see that version of the DeLorean? Probably mechanically is sound.
My kids might like it.
Your kids might like it. Well, thanks for joining us. Again, ask Mud at mud.com if you have any questions for any of us here at Mud Advertising, specifically today. If it's for Brad Penrith about signs, ask Mud at mud.com. Until next time, thanks for joining us.